Hello guys, on the 2nd of February 2023, this South African guy by name Ngcebothusi killed his girlfriend by stabbing her several times in her neck, whose name is ntokozo xaba, simply because she refused to become his girlfriend again after they had previously broken up. This all happened in a Kaya residence at Pretoria, South Africa. So guys, let's get into this crime story. But guys, before getting to this crime story, please subscribe, like, comment and share. Please subscribe, like, comment and share so that we can get to 1,000 subscriptions. And please do not forget to like and share this video, and also comment down in the comment section of what you think about this crime case. I'll let you get your thoughts of what you think. So without further ado, let's get into this crime case. Ntokozo Xaba was born in the year 2002 at Osizwenzi, Newcastle, KwaZulu-Natal. Her family described her as someone who cared for others and as someone whom all she wanted was to be great. They also described her as someone who will go out of her way to help anyone in need, and that she's such a kind and loving soul. It was in high school when she met her boyfriend ngcebothusi, not knowing that ngcebothusi, her boyfriend, would be the one to end her life. They both dated throughout high school and graduated out of high school to university. She went ahead and attended Tshwane University of Technology, which is also known as TUT, and also he attended the same university. While in Tshwane University, she enrolled in National Diploma of Integrated Communication Program. Her boyfriend ngcebothusi enrolled in Chemical Engineering. Their boyfriend and girlfriend relationship in the university wasn't a happy one. It was filled with a lot of violence and assault meted on her by her boyfriend, but she kept quiet. She never told her family members that she was going through an abusive relationship with ngcebothusi, who is also a member in Blue Bulls Rugby Player Union. She carried on with the abusive relationship during her first year and second year in the university. It was in her third year that she unveiled the truth to her friends that her relationship with ngcebothusi has been a very abusive one. Her friends went further and advised her to end the relationship. She reasoned with them on their advice and decided to end the relationship with ngcebothusi. But ngcebothusi refused to accept the fact that she has decided to end up the relationship with him. He started stalking her and refused to accept the reality of things, and would go as far as putting his hands on her as he has always been doing. So she rushed to the police and opened a case against ngcebothusi for domestic violence. But the police ignored her complaint and didn't look into the matter of assault. According to one of her friends, she was always scared of being followed by him anywhere she goes, because he was always stalking and following her everywhere she goes. And she was in a deep state of distress, but she never ever let her parents know that is what she was going through in this relationship which she has just ended. It was on the 2nd of February 2023 at a Kaya residence where she resided while attending university. She and her friends were drinking and having fun. All of a sudden, ngcebothusi came with his own friends and asked for an audience. She accepted. All of them together were drinking and having fun. Later on, ngcebothusi's friends left, and she was there with her friends and ngcebothusi. Then ngcebothusi asked to have a moment with her alone, but her friends were hesitant to leave her alone because she had already told them about the domestic violence or assault she has been going through in the hands of ngcebothusi. Her friends were hesitant, they didn't want to leave her alone, but she later on assured them that she'll be okay, let them go. So they decided to leave her alone with ngcebothusi, hoping that everything will be fine in the future, and when they wake up in the morning, they'll be able to see her. So they left her and ngcebothusi around 8 to 9 p.m. on the 2nd of February 2023. So she later on went to her bedroom at a Kaya residence where she was living in, and ngcebothusi followed. It was unclear what transpired in that room, what had happened that caused ngcebothusi to kill her. But one thing is certain, it's a case of domestic violence. She refused to go back to being the girlfriend of a man who physically assaulted her on a daily basis, who always stalked her. And so he got angry and stabbed her in the neck several times, then left. Her friends went back to their room and they tried calling her to check in on her, how she's doing after her chat with ngcebothusi. They kept calling her, but she wasn't picking her calls. They carried on calling her for a very long time, she wasn't picking a call. So they came to her room. They tried opening her door, but it was locked. They pressed forward, but it was locked, it couldn't open. So they looked at the door handle and they saw blood, and that even scared them the more. They immediately called neighbors who came and forcefully opened the door. And they saw their friend ntokozo xaba with her face laid in her bed and blood all over her bed. With stabbed wounds on her neck, they tried resuscitating her back to life, but to no avail. They immediately called the police, and the police came, took her to the hospital. While at the hospital, she died. They opened up to the police that the last person they saw her with or they left her with was ngcebothusi, her ex-violent boyfriend. And they also revealed to the police that Ngcebothusi will always put his hands on her, and she had reported the matter to the police, but the police were so ignorant about the case. The police, without wasting time, went the following day to arrest Ngcebothusi while he was training at Blue Bull Rugby Center. Ntokozo Zaba's family are still in shock. They are in a high state of distress. They want answers. According to her sister Tobile Makubu, she said her family are in high state of disgust and grief. And she also said that it is shocking and disgusting that her sister was killed by a guy whom both of them are from the same area. That is Osizwenzi, Newcastle, KwaZulu-Natal. She went furthermore to say their father is so distraught, their father can't even speak, and he simply just wants justice to be upheld on his daughter's death. So guys, I'd like to get your thoughts of what you think about this crime case down at the comment section. Let me go first with my analogy. So guys, South Africa has one of the highest rate of femicide. It's alarming, and it's no longer an isolated case. It's a pandemic, according to me, because this is crazy. The rate at which men will kill their girlfriends or men will kill their fellow female worker colleagues at work, it's crazy in South Africa. Like, what is going on? Men need to do better. They need to respect women. And a man needs to accept the fact that when a woman tells him it's over, it is over. Just move away. It's not by force to cause someone to love you. If she says it's over, it's over. Move away. Carry on with your life. You will find someone better than her, and she will find someone better than you. That is life. You cannot force yourself on someone. Due to the fact that men can't take it, they have this alpha masculinity mentality that a woman can't break up with them. They are the ones to dispose a woman can dispose them. And they have this alpha masculinity mentality that they have a right to put their hands on women. It's crazy. That pushes them up to the extent where they inhabit in them a toxic masculinity personality within them. Up to the extent if their wives, their girlfriend, or their fiancé end things with them, to them it's a no-no. Their ego is being bruised. And they feel like they have to get back at them. This always ends up by them killing the girlfriends or the fiancés or their wives, or by them beating them up to the extent they almost lose their lives. So this is crazy. South African men need to do better. President Cyril Ramaphosa needs to do better. You know, the truth about this is this guy is not going to get the death penalty. He's not going to get the death penalty. You know, South Africa banned the death penalty. I don't know if the death penalty still exists, but according to the crime cases I've carried out in South Africa of femicide, you know, the men always get away without getting the death penalty. It's crazy. You see a man who murdered close to 3 women, and he's been given 34 years imprisonment or 35 years imprisonment. It's crazy. Life imprisonment is not even needed in such cases. In order for South Africa to put down the femicide rate, you know, the amount of women being killed in South Africa. Remember, South Africa ranks as #1 with the highest rate of femicide. The government needs to, you know, bring back the death penalty on men who kill their wives unjustly. You know, a woman is the weaker sex in a relationship. They are so tender, they are so soft-spoken. You know, you look at their fingers, they have small fingers. Men have big fingers. You know, a woman's anatomy is so smaller than a man's anatomy. A man has big tricep, big bicep. A woman has got no small tricep, small bicep. You know, she's weak by nature. A man is so masculine and so powerful, structurally built that way by God. While a woman is so weak and so tender, structurally built by God. I don't understand why men would decide to put their hands on women. They have to learn to prevent, you know, to protect a woman, because she's a softer being created by God. She needs to be protected. And if she says it's over with their relationship, they have to just move on and accept it. They can try to get them back by buying gifts. You know, if they refuse and they say it's over, they have to just move on. But I'm not being ignorant of the fact that most women provoke their men to anger. You know, most women provoke their men to anger. Most of the men insult them. There is verbal violence. They insult them up to the extent which most men, you know, get angry. Let's look at that part too. Let's not just put all of it all on a man's shoulders. You know, but for someone to kill another person because they insulted them, because or they say hurtful things towards them, it's crazy. You have no right to take anyone's life. If someone defames you or slander you, you take it to the police. You take it to police, you have no right to end someone's life. Like in this case, this girl never said anything hurtful towards this guy. This girl never insulted this guy. But this guy was so filled with a lot of toxic masculinity up to the extent he had to justify killing this girl simply this girl said no. And in his mindset, if I can't have you, no one will ever have you. And he ended up killing this innocent girl. You know, she was 21 when she was killed. 21, that's so very young, very young. She didn't go through her life, you know, to have a family of her own, to have her kids, you know, to experience unconditional love from her children, right? Up, let's not even talk about old age, on her seeing her grandchildren. That's a lot. That is killing someone. That is taking, not just taking someone's life, but taking someone's descendants, her children, her grandchildren, her great grandchildren. For that, I think the South African government should bring back the death penalty on men who commit femicide on women, and these men should be given the death penalty. That is all I'm saying. So guys, what do you all think down at the comment section? I'd like to get your thoughts of what you think. Thank you so much for listening. I love you all, but know Jesus Christ loves you more. Stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye.